as you know, the application was due by 4 p.m. on January 10th. The application was not received by the due date. The executive director did ask to have a meeting with staff, and so we sat down with her. She provided some explanation that they had just missed the deadline, and they apologized and were seeking if they were able to submit after the deadline. So at that time, I informed her that they would be able to submit. We would hold it and then bring it to the committee for your consideration, and that you had the option to approve or deny.
Aye.
Any opposed? It was a little late. We voted in this meeting to accept it.
Right.
So the next step will be that each agency is assigned a time slot in the next 6 weeks to come in, and they have the opportunity to come in and 5 minutes to talk about their application and 5 minutes for us to ask and answer questions, or for ask questions and for them to answer them. So that will be the next step. Yeah, they'll come in.
No, I feel like we already set the precedent. I think that we would. I don't think it sent a good message. It wouldn't be a consistent message. Like we're playing favorites if we don't
And it's not their
be
first
consistent.
time.
I don't really have a problem accepting it late. I think that we already set a precedent. I think that we ought to consider, in my mind, basically telling people that it's one strike and you're out. We'll forgive you one time, but next time we won't.
There's no guarantee that any of the organizations will receive 100% of what they asked for.
Or anything.
Or anything, right? So we'll go through this process in February and part of March. Then we'll go through and actually, what we're doing is we're evaluating the paper applications, and then listening to these interviews and conversations with each organization so that we can come together and actually make a recommendation and make determinations based on all those inputs, so that we can then decide and make some recommendations to City Council in spring, usually April-ish.
The reason we do our funding recommendations in front of council in April is because some portion of the funding comes from the federal grant, the Community Development Block Grant funding, and we do have to file an action plan with HUD that says how we're going to use those funds, and that happens as soon as City Council approves our action plan. So a portion of the funds are awarded and approved in June. The remaining general funds are awarded and approved when City Council approves budget in September.
We take the information that the organizations have submitted and how well they've submitted it and how they've just demonstrated, some of those that have been in the system in the past, how they've demonstrated the impact of the funds that we've been giving them over the years. And so we take all that into consideration and spread out the money to have the biggest impact with the dollars that we have.